What's going on? This is Cadet Bay with UTSA Roadrunner Battalion, and I'm here once again to go over some workouts you can do in your home with or without equipment. Last time we talked about total body, upper body, and lower body workouts. Now today we'll go over some variations that focus on your biceps, your triceps, and your abdominals. So let's get started. Biceps. When it comes to training your biceps, it's important to remember to focus on them when performing these workouts. You need to pay attention to the tension you're creating and really isolate those muscle groups. By remembering these simple ideas, you can alter the following exercises to cater to the parts of your biceps that you're looking to train. So when you think about biceps, I'm sure that the first exercise that comes to mind are curls. Curls are the go-to for anyone looking to train their biceps. So let's look at different ways you can do this without the traditional weights that you would normally find in your gym. If you look around your house, you can find anything that has some weight. All you have to do is grab your gym bag or backpack and start stuffing it with these items, and now you have something to curl. Gallons of milk or water can also be used as well, so make sure you utilize everything in your home. Once you have that bag secured with all the items, you can now start training. Just like traditional curls, with dumbbells, focus on isolation and control. You can do 21s or one and a half reps. Either way, your training needs to focus on the full extension and isolation. Another bicep exercise that you can do is the supinated inverted row. You can use a bar, broomstick, or even your dinner table. Unlike the traditional inverted row, your palms will be facing upwards like doing a chin up. You can place your feet firmly on the ground and create a tabletop, contracting your abs and keeping your back straight. This is the starting position. Then you'll pull your body weight up towards the bar and complete the repetitions. To make this more challenging, you can also fully extend your feet or elevate your feet on a surface. The last bicep exercise I'll go over is the bicep focused push-up. Now we all know how to do traditional push-ups, but the push-ups that we're used to primarily target your chest, your back, and your tricep muscle groups. So to perform a bicep focused push-up, you'll basically turn your hands all the way around with your fingers pointing towards your feet and your hands placed more towards your waist. This movement is actually pretty difficult to perform, so you may want to start out on your knees. You can also perform these push-ups on your knuckles, or perhaps using a push-up bar or even parallettes. Most important thing is you want to focus on the full extension and contraction to really fire up those biceps. Triceps. You might be familiar with different ways that you can train your triceps. Dips are typically the go-to for anyone looking to isolate their triceps. You can perform these dips using your kitchen counter, 2 chairs, your bed, or even a bench. The important thing to remember is to focus on squeezing your elbows close to your body and then getting the full flexion and extension. The next 2 exercises are push-up variations that focus on your triceps. So the first type of push-up that I'm going to talk about is a Sphinx push-up. You start out in a plank position with your hands slightly in front of you but at shoulder width apart. From there, you'll press up, keeping your elbows close to your body and lower yourself in a controlled manner. The next type of push-up is the Cobra push-up. With this movement, you'll be performing an APFT style push-up while rocking forward when you're pressing up and then rocking backwards when descending to the floor. Now, if you're a fan of tricep pull-downs and extensions, there's a way you can get this without even going to the gym. All you have to do is basically rig a pull-up bar to perform these exercises. All you'll need is a bar, your weighted gym bag that we already preloaded earlier, and a rope or even a dog leash. A dog leash works perfectly. You can secure the gym bag with a dog leash and toss the leash over the bar. Now from there, you can use the handles for pull downs or extensions. Now for your abdominal muscle or your abs. So there's so many different exercises you can do for your abs. The thing about your abs is that they are the fastest recovering muscle group in your body. So essentially you can train them every day. This is important because a strong core is quintessential in every single movement that you perform. You can perform traditional sit-ups or the rower, and you can change things up with different variations. The GHD sit-up, for example, allows for full extension by placing a pillow or an ab mat at the small of your back. The butterfly sit-ups, on the other hand, so those are performed by putting your soles of your feet together. Arms are then crossed and then you'll basically sit up and extend your arms out completely. Other ways to engage your core is to focus on the parts that are not often used, such as your lower abdominals. So these can be targeted through variations such as your leg lift variations. So while you're laying on the ground, place your hands at the small of your back and lift your legs. When your legs are perpendicular from the ground, you press your legs up towards the sky, then control the descent back to the starting position. The second variation of this leg lift is the W leg lift. The only difference is that during the first descent, you'll bring your legs about halfway down, then back to perpendicular, press your legs upward, and then control your descent all the way back down to the starting position. Your core doesn't just operate in a bending motion going forward and backward, so it's important to perform rotational exercises as well to help strengthen those obliques. For example, the star sit-up is where you have your arms outstretched above you and your legs separated. You'll sit up, keeping your legs straight, and lift one of your legs, then attempt to touch your toes with the opposite hand. Then you'll control your descent back to the starting position and repeat with the other leg. Rocky sit-ups are like the traditional sit-up as well, but you'll maintain your guard with your hands protecting your face. And when you get to the up position, you'll perform a cross, focusing on rotating your core, getting your elbow across the opposite knee. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do it quickly. Actually, I would endorse going slowly so that you can ensure that you're getting that rotation at the up position. Other rotational exercises are Russian or Bulgarian twists. Three-way knee tucks are also a fan favorite, where you're basically in the V up position. But first, bring your knees to your chest. Then you're gonna twist to one side and tuck, and twist to the opposite side and tuck your knees. Other core exercises include the Superman hold, the banana or hollow hold, and planks. With planks, there are different ways to perform planks. For me, I don't like the standard plank because it feels like I'm not really doing much. So if you incorporate other movements while holding a plank, it can be so much more beneficial and challenging for you. You can do marching planks, an arm reach plank, shoulder tap plank with push-up. The thing that you want to remember whenever you're doing these core exercises is to change things up. So for me, my suggestion is whenever I do abs personally, I like to use a Tabata method where basically you have a high intensity time period and then you have a short amount of rest between. All right, so today we've gone over other ways that you could work your biceps, your triceps, and your core. For me personally, I like to incorporate core exercises in almost all my sessions just because they are quintessential to every movement, and use tricep and bicep workouts as supplementary workouts at the end of my total body workouts. I hope you found this useful for your workout toolbox. All of these movements can be scaled and modified to fit your physical abilities. Again, this is Cadet Bay with UTSA Roadrunner Battalion. Birds up, be safe, stay healthy, and push yourself every day.
Hard work.